Hey there, scholars. Walter Bowne here. I'm not feeling so well, drinking some tea, but I care so much about teaching. Here I am doing a video. Um, and okay, so let's learn how to do some publishing using Google Slides. All right, so I have here's your Google Drive. You have this at school. This is my private one, so don't look at any of my private stuff. All right, so I go to Google Slides. All right, I want to do a blank presentation. And I want it to look like a newspaper, so I want it to be vertical, not horizontal. And of course, the default of this. So you want to go to File. You want to scroll down. Do page setup. You don't want that. You want to do custom. And let's say, standard paper size, let's say 8 by 11 inches. Okay, apply. All right, so this is what I will do. I'm so used to InDesign, but you guys don't have InDesign. So this would be our title. All right, so I'm going to go to one of my stories, put my title in here. What is fueling our love for all things zombie? All right, I'll put a question mark there. Okay, and of course you can change, the size, the font, Times New Roman, which is standard in publishing. I could even change the color if I wanted to. And generally when I use a color, I like to do things bold because it stands out. But you know what? Let's just keep this standard. I'm just going to keep this black. All right, peeps. So what I've done is created 3 text boxes. I know there's probably an easier way to do this in InDesign. Just makes it so much easier. You would do insert text box, right? So you could insert this text box different places. You can insert one there. You could, so what I'm going to do is actually insert a text box there. I'm going to add a picture of myself or my wife or something, or maybe some zombies, because this is about zombies. And what I've done is I've copied and pasted articles, from this piece right here. And I went and I highlighted what was here. And then I made sure it was Times New Roman. I made sure it was consistent with, size 10. Oh, that wasn't size 10. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's always good because what I can do is put a little bit of this down here and it gives me more room. And then I continue the text here and continue the text here. What you also want to do is make sure it's aligned. Oftentimes when you read a newspaper or a magazine, you have alignment issues. But not issues, you just want to make sure it's aligned. So you would go to, and again, I have never used Google Slides for doing newspaper stuff. But when the world gives you COVID, you find alternatives. Yeah, there it is. You just got to go to more. All right, align. And then you go to justify. So this side and this side are equal. And of course you want it on both sides, right? Ideally, these should all be equal size. That doesn't look like they are. I could approximate and move things over a little bit if I wanted to. All right, so I have my byline up here. So what I've done is I have my text now in 3 columns. These are not equal, so this would drive me crazy. So if I were actually going to publish this, I would actually make them equal. But what I wanted to do is add an image because I'm talking with my wife. I have a picture of my wife here. We're going to a Gatsby party. This was last year. We went to a crazy fun Gatsby party. But those days are over right now, so hopefully next year we can go to another Gatsby party. And so I wouldn't use this picture because it's kind of weird. Like, we're talking about zombies and we look like we're from the 1920s. My wife made this outfit too. That was pretty cool. And so generally, you would go to insert image, and then you would find your image. The image would then cover your entire manuscript, but so you would constrain proportions and get it to the place where you want it, right? Again, it's easier on InDesign, but it can work here too. And there's probably ways to get this done better, but these are just ways I'm finding. The next part I will do is to show you how to insert an Audible feature where people can read your article, and then they can have a link down here where they can actually hear you. The easiest way, easiest doesn't always mean the best way, but until you know more about audio and stuff, is just to go to QuickTime. You want to make an audio recording. All right, I don't have my I'm just using the school's computer because my microphone actually kind of died on me. It was cheap and they refunded me, so I got a Amazon deal, and it's like really cool. It's like one of these arms that comes out. I look like a real podcaster, which is really cool. So I have my article up right here. All right, it's not recording yet, so let me hit record. Pop this open. Can't record. What? Get the heck out of here. All right, audio recording, internal mic. Okay, here we go. Amidst the gathering gloom, what is fueling all our things zombie by Walter Bowne. The study of Arthur Miller's Crucible, the fictional account of the Salem witch trials, invariably leads to the discussion of current day hysteria. Now, I could stop this, right, if I make a mistake and just save it, and then you could piece it all together with like iMovie, or you can try to do it all in one take. And if you mess up, really no big deal. But so it's easier to do it in like a Final Cut or an iMovie where you can edit things out. But sometimes I just use QuickTime and just do it all in one take. So I am going to do that. I'm not going to read this whole thing for you, but then I'll show you how you can take that Audible file and insert it into something called Anchor FM. There's others that you could research. The Voyager uses Anchor, and I will show you how to do that. Since I'm here, I might as well show you, like, if you have iMovie or Final Cut, how much easier it is than using QuickTime. So I have my little introduction down with Bowne kind of thing. Put the spacer bar right there, and then I would do a record voiceover. So I would hit record, all right, and then I'm just going to use this built-in microphone. I wish I had my real microphone. My daughter is in the other room. She's recording with her nice microphone, so I can't borrow hers right now. But then I would hit record. It gives me a countdown. Amidst the gathering gloom, what is fueling our love of all things zombie by Walter Bowne. The study of Arthur Miller's The Crucible, the fictional account of the Salem witch trials, invariably leads to the discussion of current day hysteria. In English class, we study the paranoia of the witch scare, when superstitious Puritans believed that to allow a witch to walk amongst them was worse than allowing an Ebola patient loose in society. An infected Ebola patient could merely kill you. A witch would condemn souls to eternal damnation. All right, so what I'm doing there is using an anecdote, using an analogy of Ebola patient, right? So I'm using this as an example. Whether it's good or not, it's up for my readers to decide. But then I could stop this. Boop, I'd stop. And then, of course, what I just said to you, I would take out. So I listened to it back. What I'm doing there is using... Whoop, let me cut. An infected Ebola patient could merely kill you. A witch would condemn souls to eternal damnation. All right, hit the space bar, make it stop. Go to click on the audio. Go to trim blade, cut it. I don't need that. I'm moving this up. And then I delete that space. And then when I want to continue, this is what's nice, is that I can just keep continuing. What's also nice is that probably iMovie has this too, I can analyze it. Not that. No, you can use that. It like fixes the audio for you. right? If you want to voice enhance it, you can voice enhance it, kind of thing. You can even lay down like a little audio track here, which I think I've showed you how to do, which is really kind of cool. You just don't want to make sure it's getting in the way. All right, so let me finish this, and then I will show you how to upload it to a podcasting platform thing. I might as well go all the way here. Imputech Kevin MacLeod is great to use for background music. You can also go to YouTube royalty-free music to find a sound that goes along with your theme. So if it's funny, you might want to find something that seems funny. If it's dramatic, you might want to find something that's dramatic. I found something here that I liked. Right here, it's called Private Reflection by Kevin MacLeod, which I've done. It's mandatory. You need to cite it exactly like this. So what I did is just copy pasted it, and I opened up a box right here in like lower thirds in text right here. And then I just copy pasted it, made sure it fit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the song because I agree to the terms. You want to do everything legit, right? You don't want to steal stuff. That's bad. Stealing. Piracy, it's bad. It's not like it's Robin Hood. You're not stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. These people are like artists and they deserve it to be credited, and they're giving it, for you. I guess it's exposure. All right, so I go to, okay, so here's the song. All right, so I'm going to go to, and I'm going to bring the song down underneath my audio recording. So let me minimize that, and oftentimes the recording is not as long as but that is not a problem. It is a problem if it's really short. If it's like 10 seconds long and you have something that's like 6 minutes, it's going to be crazy, right? So what I can do is just make this smaller, and then I don't want the music to overpower, so I'm going to hit copy, bring the cursor here, do paste, and then hit paste again, and then do paste again, and then that should be the end of the piece. Okay, so when I listen to this, I probably want to take out my little intro, so you can take out the audio by just moving it all the way down. Amidst the gathering gloom, what is fueling our love of all things zombie? By Walter Bowne. Now, there's no visual because this is a audio thing. So if this was a YouTube video, which I could make easily, really, by just putting the text in there, and that's oftentimes what I do is I have like an audio version, and then I have a YouTube version of the story where I actually have the text. So let me show you how you can do that. All right, so I'm going to do a screenshot of this. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to show you what you can do. Screenshot. I want to take that screenshot from my very cluttered desktop. All right, so now I actually have the words. It's the gathering gloom. What is fueling our love of all things zombie? So you got to think in different mediums, right? There's the audio version, and then you have this on YouTube. So you can have it on YouTube, you can have it on podcast, you can have all these different mediums, okay? So I'm going to just, I'll keep that there for now. And then I would whenever I stop reading, when I get to a new sentence or a new paragraph, I would have a new screenshot and just put it in there. You can do things with this. For instance, you can crop it, transform it. That pretty much fits the screen. I could do this. It stretches the text out a little bit, and you got to decide whether it's worth it or not. I don't know. I don't find that so bad, right? And what you can do is if, you could, you could put pictures of Arthur Miller in there, Salem witch trials. There's different things you can do rather than just having all text, right? So what I want to do is make sure that the music, What is Fueling Our Love of All Things Zombie by Walter Bowne. The study of Arthur Miller's The Crucible, a fictional account of the Salem witch. All right, so I go through that. I will I can move, make the sound go down. If it goes, I can move this. So when this goes down, I can bring it back up. I can move this over here, So there's a lot of things you can do here. You can move this down here. Doesn't matter if it's on top or on bottom. And then I'll probably need one more of these things to close it out. Copy and then paste. And then close it out. And then you want to do a little fade out. So you can take this little ball that's right there and it kind of like closes it out. It decreases. So I'm going to have to decide how much the loudness of the music. Bowne's uterus traveled around the body. No, see, that's way too loud now. So I want to move that down. And if I want to keep something, if I want it loud in the beginning, what I would do is click the audio file, do blade, and now it's two separate things. Now I can fade out the music a little bit, and especially this is way too loud, so it's going to overpower me. Right? Same thing with here. Right? So now it should be. Account of the Salem witch trials invariably leads to the discussion of current day hysteria. In English class. All right, so the music is there, it's subtle, but it's not overpowering. All right. Now what I'm going to do is publish this. So I go to File, Share, Master File, Settings. I want audio only. Right, MP3. That sounds fantastic. And then I want to save this to my. I don't want to save it to my computer because it doesn't have much space. So I always offshore everything to my 4 terabyte, drive off to the side here. And then I hit Zombies, save. And then it saves, right? So my next video will be taking that MP3 and showing how to upload it. So now I want to go to, there's so many different hosting programs. Don't use SoundCloud. You only have limited space and you spend a lot. I am going to go to my own login. I'll show you how to do, you can create your own account, which would be really cool. I'm going to now go to my offshore account. There it is, Zombies. Zombie. Oh, it's so sad about Dolores O'Riordan. I'm a big Cranberries fan, and she died not that long ago. So sad. She was too young. Love Zombies. It's back in the day. I might want to make some money out of this, so I add some sponsored segments. Nona's taking me up. Dove shampoo. Anyone listening to this, believe me, I love to be sponsored. Hey, sponsor me. And then you can actually record, and you can actually, have people call in. There's a lot of cool things you can do. I haven't actually investigated these types of things yet for my journalism kids. I think we might want to go involved in this. So I want to save episode. I want to go to, the title. If I type, you can copy paste. All right. And then I type in Walter Bowne discusses with his wife, casual evening walk, why we suddenly comma, as a society, love all things zombie. I'm not sure that's all that good, but it's okay. And you can put season, episode number. I'm not, if I was anal or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is episode 27, but I have no idea. I just publish. All right, now I can put this on Facebook. I can do a link. So what I'm going to do is this, so I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to go to my presentation and I want to insert. So let me show you what I did. There's probably an easier way. And if hey, Bowne, you're doing things like you're finding backdoors to things and it works, but these things are so much easier to do. So what I did is just took a screenshot of this, added the picture right here, right? Keeping the, don't make it all like squished. Make sure you want to have it all like, proportions constrained. I have someone's printing. All right. Always something happening in the Bowne house. And then I just copied and pasted my link right here. So then I would I might have a caption here. The journalism person in me just wants to do this with InDesign. But then I would go to File, and then I would go to, let me go here, File, and then I would go to Download PDF. And then there it is, right? It actually looks better once you see it all like this. And then people can go to, the hyperlink. So you click on that and it should bring you to, I'll allow it. Boom. Right to where you want them to listen to it. Right. So it's really, really cool. What, a great idea to do is to have, if the class of journalism and, we could have this all together. So everyone has their own page, right? Of course, I can't require this. You're going to have to like say, oh, okay, Ben, I'm into this. But even if half of you are like, yeah, I'm totally into this, we could have like, AP, students, or honor students, all of us together. And then what I would do is go to what I use called issue. We use this for the Voyager. This could be a Voyager thing. It could be, right now, oh, what's going on? Right. Right, so if you take a look at our publications, this is our print editions that are available online. Right, so this was our March 2020, which was our last, sadly, print edition, even though we never went to print with it. But you can still read it right here. So that could be an essay that you guys read. That could be another essay, another essay, another essay, another essay. Now this is large. This is 11 by 14. We would have it like a smaller version because there's only one article. We're trying to fit like 3 or 4 articles on a page here. So that's pretty cool. If you did not want to create your own Anchor account, now this goes directly to Spotify too. So it's on 8 different platforms, Apple Play. What you could do, and I think the editors would be okay with this, is let me log out of this. And actually, I won't put this in the video. I'll just share this because I don't want people, around the world uploading to our account. But I will share that with you in a private message on Google Classroom. Hopefully this will, this is kind of cool when you can actually take your writing and make it publishable for the world and, accessible, and that looks like it's, from a magazine. Right, so you have, multi-dimensional, multimedia. You have the writing, you have the picture of yourself so they can see you. You can do other things that are fun. You can bold things. You can do like, text wrapping, a pull quote, and of course, like the audio version or a YouTube list, boom, right there, which is kind of cool, right? You can do this with your resume. Have an interactive resume that you send something to us that, okay, here are all these hyperlinks on a PDF. Here's a video of me speaking. Here's a video of me doing a presentation at DECA, and it's like seeing is believing, right? Anyone can say anything on a piece of paper, but if you can put that hyperlink in there, boom, you're stepping up your game. All right, take care, everyone. Be safe. The sun is out. I need some more tea and I need some lunch. Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.